Hi guys, welcome and welcome back again to my YouTube channel. On today's video, we are going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful shirt top with a collar. So if this is the kind of video that you want to watch, please keep on watching and do not skip any part of the video, okay? On our previous video, I posted on how to cut this palazzo pants that you are seeing right there on your screen. Please, if you have not watched that video, if you have not seen it, please scroll down. You are going to see it, okay? And please check out and do not forget to engage in my other videos, okay? So let's go. So guys, I have my fabric here and then I'm going to fold it by two, just as you can see me doing. Then I'm going to start taking down the measurement, okay? So the length I have for the top is 23 inches. So I'm going to add extra 2 inches to it, which is going to make it 25 inches for the blouse, okay, for the top. Then after getting the length, the next thing I'm going to do is to mark the shoulder line and the chest line, okay? So the next line you're going to have there is just the length of the pant, length of the shirt, and then the allowance for hemming, okay? And then after that, I'm going to use the biggest part of her body, which is her waist round. Her waist round is 48 inches, while her bust round is 46 inches. So I'm going to be using the waist round because that's the biggest part of her body. I'm going to divide it by two by 4, and then I'm going to mark it all the way down from the shoulder line down to the length of the top, okay? And then after I'm done doing that, I'm going to cut out. But guys, I made a mistake here because I was supposed to bring out allowance for button, but I forgot that. So I'm going to cut out, and then after cutting out, the next one I will be folding now, I'm going to be putting the button allowance right there, okay? So now go ahead and fold your fabric, arrange very well, and then after you're done arranging it, I'm going to be folding at least 2 inches allowance for the button, okay? So that is what I'm trying to do right there, okay? After you are done folding it, then go ahead and place the first one at the top of it. Please guys, remember that I made a mistake. This one I'm placing on the top of it is supposed to be on the downside, okay? But right there, the mistake has been done and there's nothing we can do about it. So right now I'm going to divide the shoulder measurement by 2, and then I'm going to place it on that shoulder line and then mark, okay? So after I'm done marking it, I'm going to extend that line to the chest line and then come down from the shoulder line with 1 inch, which is going to serve as the shoulder slope, okay? I'm trying to do all these things. I'm trying to rush it, but guys, I have a detailed video on how to cut a normal basic bodies, okay? There's nothing different from that basic bodies and the shirt cutting, okay? So right now I've gone ahead to come in with half an inch for um armpit bulging, okay, to eliminate the bulging at the armpit. And then for the neckline, I'm going to use 3 inches in, and then I'm going to come down with 1 inch for the back piece neckline, and then for the front piece neckline I'm going to be using 4 inches, okay? So after that, I'm going to go ahead now and connect the whole dot. Do not forget that we use the biggest part of our body. Right here, we are supposed to use her chest line, which is her bust round, but it happens that her bust round is smaller than her waist round, okay? So that is the reason why I use her waist round to draft this particular pattern, okay? So if your bust round is bigger than your waist round, please do not forget to use that part, which is the biggest part of your body, okay? And after you are done drafting the whole thing, please cross check before cutting out. Right now I'm done cutting mine and this is what I have. So from this down part, I'm going to be giving it a kind of curve, okay? I want to give it like a curve from the downside. So I went up with 5 inches from the downside, and then I'm going to connect it just the way you can see me doing right there. I'm just going to connect it to that part, okay? Please watch carefully so that you got to understand what I'm trying to do there. Do not mind my pen that is not visible, okay? Please do not mind. But just please watch very carefully so that you got to understand what I'm trying to do. Then after I'm done connecting it, I'll go ahead now and cut out. So This is the shape that we are going to have after we are done, sewing it. So right now I'm going to flip the upper side and then go ahead and cut out the front neckline. Okay, and then after we are done doing that, the next thing I'm going to do is to notch the button allowance and then slit it open. Okay, to divide it by two. That front piece is supposed to be like two piece. Okay, for the button. And after that, the next thing we are going to do is to fold another fabric so that we can be able to cut our sleeve. Okay, on this particular video tutorial, I did not explain how to cut a sleeve because I have a tutorial on how to cut a basic sleeve, so you can just go ahead and watch it out. And then so the next thing we are going to be cutting out is now the facing of the back piece. So I'm going to fold another fabric and then I'm going to place the back piece on the top of it. Please make sure you get exactly the neckline and then the shoulder side, then come down with 3 or 3.5 inches to cut out. Okay, so right now this is what I have after we are done cutting out. It's now time to start sewing it. So this is the front piece, just as you can see right there on your screen. So we are supposed to be folding that particular part, but guys, I'm going to gum it with my gum stay before I can be able to do that because this fabric is something else. So on that sleeve here, we are going to be folding that edge, the end of it, and we are going to be doing it on the both sleeve. Okay, so it's now time to gum our gum stay. I'm going to place the gum stay on the wrong side of the front piece, and then I'm going to iron it with my steaming iron, and then I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other side and cut out. So after you are done cutting out, this is what we have. I'm going to be folding it like into two like this. Okay, please remember to know where you notch. That is why it is very important to notch the allowance after you are done cutting out, so that by the time you are folding it, it's not going to give you headache. And then after that, we are going to move over to our sewing machine to run a stitch on that particular part where we folded. Okay, because right there we are going to be creating the buttonhole and then sewing the button right there. Okay, we're also going to gum the gum stay on the back piece facing. Okay, just as you can see me doing right there, I'm trying to gum it with the steaming iron, and after I'm done doing that, I'm going to cut it out and then come back and show you the next thing to do. So after that, we are done with all of the cutting stuff. Okay, so it's now time to join the two shoulder together. Okay, so I'm going to place the back piece, make sure that the wrong side is facing up, and then the wrong side of the front piece should be facing the wrong side of the back piece. Okay, just as you can see me doing right there, we are going to place it, make sure that the shoulder line aligns together, and then after you are done placing it, the next thing you are going to do is to bring out the facing of the back piece. We are going to place it on that shoulder part again, and then I'm trying to pin down so that by the time I want to sew it, it's not going to be giving me, I'm not going to be struggling with it. Okay, so I'm going to pin down, and then after pinning down, I'll move out my sewing machine to join the shoulder. After you're done joining the shoulder, please turn it over like this, and then fold this part inside and then top stitch. Okay, and then top stitch on the neck area right there. So right now we are done with all of that, and this is what we have. So now I'm trying to iron it very well, and after I'm done ironing it, the next thing we are going to do is to join the sleeve, just as you can see me doing. I'm going to make sure that the right side of the sleeve is facing the right side of the um dress, okay, of the shoulder parts, and then I'm going to move out to my sewing machine to sew following this area. Okay, and then I'm also going to repeat the same thing on the other side of the sleeve. So after I'm done doing all of that, this is what we have. You can see the sleeve that I just joined. You can see how fine and beautiful it came out. So it's now time to join the sides together. Okay, so I'm going to pin the two sides together, and then I'm going to, you know, close it up using my measurement, the measurement divided by 2. So right there on the sleeve, I'm going to divide the sleeve measurement by 2, and then I'm going to mark out, okay? So this is what we have. And then the next thing you are going to be doing there is to divide the bust round by 2. But guys, we did not use bust round measurement. What we use there is the waist round. So I'm going to divide that waist round measurement by 2, and then I'm going to mark it down, measure the rest of the remaining of the fabric, that remaining side that is remaining there. I'm going to divide it into 2, place half on the other side and half on the other side. And whatever I have, just going to, while sewing it, I'm just going to use it until I go down. Like, I'm going to use that allowance to go down. Please, if you don't understand what I'm trying to explain here, do not forget to leave your question down in the comment section. This is not my best day at all. You all know this is not how we used to do it here. So, but please pardon me, okay? So right there, we are done with all of that. And this is what we have. I also went ahead to, set the mouth, the downside of it, so that I can be able to fold it. I just want to fold it like once because this fabric is giving me enough headache. So I don't know if I can be able to, fold it by 2. So that is the reason why I set the downside, so that I can be able to just fold it once. Okay. So we are done with all of that. The next thing we are going to be doing there is to fold it, okay? And then after that, the next thing we are going to be working on is the collar. But guys, please, I want to do that in another video because I think this one is getting way too long, which I don't want it to be. So on our next video, I'm going to be explaining or giving us a detailed video on how to cut a collar for shirts. Okay, so please stay tuned. If you want to see the video, stay tuned. If you have not subscribed, please hit on that subscribe button. Also, do not forget to turn your bell notifications on so that whenever we post a video, you get notified. Thank you all so much for watching my video. Do not forget that Jesus Christ loves you. Remain blessed, and I'm going to see you all in my next video. Bye.